Hello everyone and welcome to the Ruler of Books tag. So I was tagged to do this ages and ages ago by Clemmy over at Clemmy Reads. I will leave a link to her channel in the description down below. And this tag is all about basically what you would do, what life would be like if you were the ruler of books. So the first question is, what book would I make everybody read? And for that, I think I have to say Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven, just because this is such a feel-good book and it's so important for self-love. It's a great reminder to let everybody know that they are important, that they are loved, that they are wanted, and that they are necessary. The characters in this are incredibly inspirational as well. And I just think that even if you don't read YA or YA contemporary, this is a really important book to read because not only is it beautifully written, it also has a very important message. And I think especially like in times like we're in now, I just think it's the sort of book that everybody needs. The next question is, what would you abolish in book construction? And for this, I have to say film covers on books. I hate them with a passion. I've never seen any film cover of a book that I really like. And I just don't see the point of them. I mean, yes, okay, you want to promote the film, but I just think you should do it in a slightly prettier way. You know, you don't have to link it to the book by literally having the actors' faces on it all the time. So yeah, that's something that I would definitely abolish. The next question is, what author would you commission to write any book? And for that, I think I have to say Rainbow Rowell. And the reason being is because I think she's the only author I've ever read who can write contemporary and fantasy equally well. I absolutely adore her writing style. Her contemporaries, certainly Eleanor and Park, are often very deep and meaningful and romantic and beautiful, and then her fantasies are kind of light relief, very funny, obviously magical. So yeah, she's the only author I think I've ever read that can do both of them equally as well. So therefore, I think if every book were written by Rainbow Rowell, everyone would be happy. The next question is, what book would you demote to the library basement in order to make room for new books? And for this, instead of just saying the two books that you guys know I hate, Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey, I'm going to say the non-Robert Langdon Dan Brown books. And I know Dan Brown gets a lot of stick because everyone says his books are ridiculous, and they are to an extent, but I really like his Robert Langdon books. I really like The Da Vinci Code. I really like Angels and Demons. I really like Inferno. The Lost Symbol is a little bit silly. Well, it is really silly, but I still really like it. I think I'm probably more attached to the character of Robert Langdon as opposed to those books in general. But the two books that Dan Brown has written, Deception Point and Digital Fortress, that don't feature Robert Langdon, I've read them both and really didn't like them. I just found them really dull, and they are quite chunky books as well, so they are definitely books that I would demote to the basement in order to make room for new books. The next question is, what cover artist would you commission to make a mural, a beautiful, gorgeous mural on the wall? And for this, I have to say Jim Kay, who is doing the illustrated editions of the Harry Potter books, and I would just love a picture hand painted by this man on my wall. It would just be so gorgeous. I absolutely love his style. I'm not going to go through these books again because I know you've all seen them 1,000 million times, but yeah, he is definitely a cover artist that I would love to paint everything in my castle. The next question is, what character's face would I put on a coin? And I think this has to be a kind of inspirational, really brave and beautiful character that everyone wants to be like. So of course I'm going to say Hermione Granger, because who wouldn't want to be Hermione? She's just brilliant. There's nothing that we would not aspire to be about her character. So she is the perfect character to go on a coin. And the last question is, what book would win the Ruler of Books 2016 award? Now, I know it's 2017, but obviously we're only just into 2017. So I'm going to say who would win it for 2016. And I'm going to say The Princess Saves Herself in this one by Amanda Lovelace, because this is a poetry book everybody should read. It's not gender specific to females just because it has the word princess in the title. Anyone who is struggling with heartbreak or self-love or self-esteem problems really needs to flick through this book, because it will show you that life will get better and that you are strong and that you are beautiful and that you can do anything you want to do. This really helped me when I read it towards the end of last year. So I really think that if you are struggling, then please have a look at Amanda Lovelace in general. She has got a new edition of this coming out very soon with some new poems in it, so maybe have a look at pre-ordering that. And that is it for the Ruler of Books tag. If you guys want to do this tag, then please feel free to. I'm just going to say that towards the end of last year, no it wasn't, it was the beginning of this year, on my first booktube anniversary, I posted a video about opening up a Q&A, and I am going to be closing that really soon. So if you have got any questions for me that you want me to answer in a Q&A video, then leave your question in the comments on the end of that video. I will actually link that video in the description down below so you guys can see what I'm talking about in case you haven't seen that video. I will also leave all of my social media so we can chat, and I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.